Welcome to A&M Education, College of Creativity and Technology. In this session, we will discuss about the topic flowchart. Flowchart. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm in which the steps are drawn in the form of different shapes of boxes and the logical flow is indicated by interconnecting arrows. The boxes represent operations and the arrows represent the sequence in which the operations are implemented. The primary purpose of the flowchart is to help the programmer in understanding the logic of the program. Therefore, it is always not necessary to include all the required steps in detail. Flowcharts outline the general procedure. Since they provide an alternative visual way of representing the information flow in a program, program developers often find them very valuable. Flowchart symbols. Flowcharts can be compared with the blueprint of a building. Just as an architect draws a blueprint before starting the construction of a building, a programmer draws a flowchart before writing a computer program. As in the case of the drawing of a blueprint, the flowchart is drawn according to defined rules and using standard flowchart symbols prescribed by American National Standard Institute, that is ANSI. Now we will look into various symbols to draw a flowchart. First symbol, flow lines. Flow lines are used to connect symbols. These lines indicate the sequence of steps and the directions of flow of control. Next, terminal. This symbol is used to represent the beginning, the termination or halt in the program logic. Next, input or output. This symbol represents information entering or leaving the system such as customer order and servicing. Next, processing. This symbol is used for representing arithmetic and data movement instructions. Next, decision. This symbol denotes a decision to be made. This symbol has one entry and two exit paths. Next, connector. This symbol is used to join different flow lines. Next, off-page connector. This symbol is used to indicate that the flowchart continues on the next page. Next, document. This symbol is used to represent a paper document produced during the flowchart process. Next, annotation. This symbol is used to provide additional information about another flowchart symbol. The content may be in the form of descriptive comments, remarks, or explanatory notes. Next, manual input. This symbol represents input to be given by a developer or programmer. Next, manual operation. This symbol shows that the process has to be done by a developer or programmer. Next, online storage. This symbol represents the online data storage such as hard disk, magnetic drums or other storage devices. Next, offline storage. This symbol represents the offline data storage such as sales on OCR and data on punched cards. Next, communication link. This symbol is used to represent data received or to be transmitted from an external system. Next, magnetic disk. This symbol is used to represent read from or write to a magnetic disk. Guidelines for preparing flowcharts. The flowchart should be clear, neat, and easy to follow. The flowchart must have a logical start and finish. In drawing a proper flowchart, all necessary requirements should be listed in logical order. Only one flow line should come out from a process symbol. Only one flow line should enter a decision symbol. However, 2 or 3 flow lines may leave the decision symbol. Only one flow line is used with a terminal symbol. Write briefly within standard symbols. If necessary, use the annotation symbol to describe data or process more clearly. In case of complex flowcharts, connector symbols are used to reduce the number of flow lines. Intersection of flow lines should be avoided to make it a more effective and better way of representing communication. It is useful to test the validity of the flowchart by passing through it with normal or unusual test data. Benefits of flowcharts. First one, makes logic clear. The main advantage of using a flowchart to plan a task is that it provides a pictorial representation of the task, which makes the logic easier to follow. The symbols are connected in such a way that they show the movement of information through the system visibly. The steps and how each step is connected to the next can be clearly seen. Even less experienced personnel can trace the actions represented by a flowchart. That is, flowcharts are ideal for visualizing fundamental control structures employed in computer programming. Next one, communication. Being a graphical representation of a problem-solving logic, flowcharts are better way of communicating the logic of a system to all concerned. The diagrammatical representation of logic is easier to communicate to all the interested parties as compared to actual program code, as the users may not be aware of all the programming techniques and jargons. Next one, effective analysis. With the help of a flowchart, the problem can be analyzed in an effective way. This is because the analyzing duties of the programmers can be delegated to other persons who may or may not know the programming techniques, as they have a broad idea about the logic. Being outsiders, they often tend to test and analyze the logic in an unbiased manner. Next one, Useful in coding. The flowcharts act as a guide or blueprint during the analysis and program development phase. Once the flowcharts are ready, the programmers can plan the coding process effectively as they know where to begin and where to end, making sure that no steps are omitted. As a result, error-free programs are developed in HLL, that is high-level language, and that too at a faster rate. Next one, proper testing and debugging. By nature, a flowchart helps in detecting the errors in a program. As the developers know exactly what the logic should do, developers can test various data for a process so that the program can handle every contingency. Next one, appropriate documentation. Flowcharts serve as a good program documentation tool. Since normally programs are developed for novice users, they can take the help of the program documentation to know what the program actually does and how to use the program. Limitations of flowcharts. First one, complex. The major disadvantage in using flowcharts is that when a program is very large, the flowcharts may continue for many pages, making them hard to follow. Flowcharts tend to get large very quickly and it is difficult to follow the represented process. It is also very laborious to draw a flowchart for a large program. You can very well imagine the nightmare when a flowchart is to be developed for a program consisting of thousands of statements. Next one, costly. Drawing flowcharts are viable only if the problem-solving logic is straightforward and not very lengthy. However, if flowcharts are to be drawn for a huge application, the time and cost factor of program development may get out of proportion, making it a costly affair. Next one, difficult to modify. Due to its symbolic nature, any changes or modification to a flowchart usually requires redrawing the entire logic again. And redrawing a complex flowchart is not a simple task. It is not easy to draw thousands of flow lines and symbols along with proper spacing, especially for a large complex program. Next one, no update. Usually, programs are updated regularly. However, the corresponding update of flowcharts may not take place, especially in the case of large programs. As a result, the logic used in the flowchart may not match with the actual program's logic. This inconsistency in flowchart update defeats the main purpose of the flowcharts, that is, to give the users the basic idea about the program's logic.